This is the most remarkable celebration of the Hong Kong Baptist College original start 16 years ago, when my husband had this idea and he expressed himself again and again and says, we can't send all these students to America to study, but he says we can establish an educational institution right here that is bilingual and far-reaching and much cheaper than we could send them abroad to study. We had so many students who expressed a desire to study in the USA. We didn't have the finances to send but a few of them. We said, okay, what's the next best thing? My husband had the idea. He was the one who had the most hope. We need to establish a bilingual college right here. We need to have adequate space and adequate leaders. This is something that we really want. It's a Chinese university here. We have enough of a foundation to create a university situation. And this is our opportunity of a lifetime. How it became a real thing is because of the people in the community who picked up the idea. And there were so many people who were really interested in the young people's growth and development. There were quite a few people who promoted the idea of bilingual education where we had a Christian foundation. Now that was a very important thing. It was an up and down proposition all the time. We didn't know who's going to be able to study next time. Some students couldn't continue studying because of lack of money. I was limited, and my husband was limited, and we could only do so much. How many lives we could help. Oh my, I like to share so many wonderful things that happened. We had such good teachers. We had such good organizers. One of my happiest moments was going out into the community and speaking to the women in Chinese. And I spoke to them in Chinese and talked about the Christian life. And I came home with a bunch of carrots they'd given me as a reward. Yes, because there are so many young people who are ready to step out and say, okay, here am I am willing to serve. And so that is celebration. They are telling us, well, I'm now born again, and I have this remarkable experience of new strength and new vigor in Christ Jesus. We have the environment ready for a big push ahead in education for the Chinese in that area. Right now, I am amazed at when they tell me in detail about the development of the latest. And I find that it is beyond my expectations. The Lord's answer to prayer for the college is way beyond our expectation. And we now see that God's hand is in there, making it a big institution for the future of the whole country. The more I hear about that, the more I am enthused, the more I'm jubilant about the college becoming a spearhead into a better community. I really am joyous. God has surprised us. This is a new day of fellowship, of love for one another. That's wonderful. It's really it's something to celebrate. And here I am, 100 years old, so to speak, and I can look back and see how God has dealt with people step by step and reached out to them and found that and established a community that is very, very blossoming in the Lord, and also an asset to the Chinese community. We actually feel that this celebration right now is a miracle. I want to really say a happy birthday to the Baptist College, and after 16 years of starting, it has become a massive tool to help humanity